Yep.
What you're doing here is adjusting the gap on the
We'll just make sure the gap is
inductor and the pulsar coil.
Yeah. We've got it.
Little red one, that's it.
Yeah.
Do we have to go home?
You just got to make sure it's even, do you?
I just make sure it's got a gap. I mean, we should. Yeah, we should look in the book and see what the gap should be.
How about brass feeler gauge to put in there? Same for the fuel tap hole.
Okay, I reckon that should
run.
Should run. So put this on.
Beautiful.
I'm sure that's not going to get caught under there.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
No, you can hear it. It's on 4 cylinders. Let's just see where the time is. You want to drop this off?
Have you got that arrow in the right direction? I can't see.
Go. Running at about 25 over. Sorry?
Just around and
What's
Is it moving as you rev it?
yeah. So you want to advance it. So
Yeah, it's not firing again. It's not firing.
Oh, isn't it?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't firing.
It was intermittent.
So it's running at about 5 after top deck centre, so it's right on the F mark. Jesus, sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh God, I've got to lean! I've got to lean! Sidecar rider.
Yeah, getting back the dock. I pulled all the way through.
What's the verdict? What's the verdict?
I think that's cured it.
We've got a winner.
Yeah.
She's a winner.
It rattles and it shakes, but it's actually, normally you can feel the pull in it now.
Yep.
Is that the best it's ever run in its life?
Yeah, you can actually feel it pulling.
Winner chicken dinner.
And it got to there, and it didn't even go pop, 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 pop. It just rode straight through that dead spot again.
So Dan, did you manage to lift it up on the back wheel?
No. It still wants to...
Right, we got to get to work.
Still cold. Yeah, no, but on choke, it wasn't running. So your choke in that bowl might be blocked. Now it's running on 4, but on choke it only ran on 3. It's still cold. No, it will come up. Nothing here. It will come up now. It's running on 4. So it's only running on 3 on choke. So you're in the bowl. In the bowl, you'll see that a line that goes down the back of the angle is holding it. Yeah. And that's going to get in it. What I normally do is get a bit of wire brush, and make sure it's clear. Because they clog up.
And they're very small.
Yeah. So wire brush wire will do it. You've got to go in and do it a couple of times to make sure it'll go through. Easy way to do it, put a bit of fuel in the bowl and just fire a bit to make sure it's definitely fire. So I normally do 2 to 3 for starters. See how it is and just drop the damper off. That dampens the needle. So if you just go from, so what are you running? 17?
That's
17 and a half? So go up to 2. Yeah, so 17 and a half. Go up to 2 and just see when you go to 2 what you're running at. So you run about 16.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when it's low it means that cylinder's running faster. So on here, I think number 3 is the main the main one. So if we back that off a bit, hopefully. Did I go the right one? more, a bit off. So that's 14.5. 15, so just a little, I mean they're pretty close.
So we're not trying to achieve a 10 or a 20, we're
No,
just
you're
trying to
all the same.
Oh,
They're all
yeah.
going to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do them all the same and it moves as you change the speed, obviously it's got, if you're up higher, it'll be up here, it might be down here.
Yep.
It's just when you've got less vacuum, it means it's more open throttle because the air's going through, there's no vacuum, so it's not sucking.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so then you go through, so that's okay. Then what I normally do, you do the idle mixture.
Yeah.
Then after you've done the idle mixture, then you recheck your thing. So then you just change your idle mixture. If you got, if it's way out, it'll actually pick up the.
Is that with the
Yeah, you can do it with the
Colour tune.
Colour
colour
tune?
tune. Yeah, that's an easy way for you guys to do it. I mean, I just do it by ear because I've done it lots of times. and
Right.
I play around, but it's really easy for you guys with the colour tune.
Yeah.
Put her in, adjust her up, away you go.
Where is it?
So you know with the screws, going in makes it leaner.
Yep.
Coming out makes it richer.
Yep. So
So
we're
when we
looking
start
at
it,
Plugs in there.
this one's here, you want to do that one?
no, one, two.
It's bloody Bunsen blue now. It looks fine.
Which is
Yeah.
So he said it's looking good.
So if I make it richer, so go to orange if you can.
by going out.
Yeah. You can't run these colour tunes consistently for a long time either, by the way.
I don't think we're going to move in any direction if that's the way that this looks.
One and a half. 2. 2.5. And we're still blue. There's nothing changed. It's not having any effect.
Yeah, it's a very fine adjustment on these though compared to the other ones.
So I'm at 2, aren't I?
Yeah, so you're better off to go in. Well, like I say, I just normally do it.
But there's the thing that surprised me, because I colour tuned mine with, I know I had the flat slides on, and I could get it go from orange to white. So that, if there's very little influence, that would tell me that either the needle jet's broken off in there, or you got too small a primary jet.
Yeah, that's right. There's 1.5. What's that do?
Nothing.
That's blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep it at that,
Let's leave it at that.
and then we'll just do the others.
Right, well, let me just have a listen. That's 1 3/4.
That's having a
Okay.
that's making a difference on that carburetor. I don't think this one's.
Go down. One and a half, yeah. So basically, that was best about 1.5. Is that 1 3/4?
Right.
Yeah, I read about 1.5.
Yeah.
See about where it is.
You might get lucky and get yourself an old XS1100.
You won cheap enough,
You'd win another trophy.
Yeah. Going pretty good.
What's the verdict?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you happy with it?
Yeah, that's really smooth. really smooth power delivery from 0 to
Yeah,
0.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, that is good. Feels really good. And just the chassis layout and stuff feels good as well.
Yeah, well, that's what Brett said. He said it felt more. He felt more confident on this than he did on his own bike. But
no, but it feels very solid. You know, that's the thing. Solid and stable.
RH frame.
Yeah. For what I was doing, it felt good.
Mm.
Yeah, but even the steering and stuff, it didn't feel like it was wandery in the front or anything like that.
Cool. Oh, that's nice and.
You tune 1 and 2 together till they're level, 2 and 3 together till they're level, and then you tune 2 and 3 to 3 and 4, and then that balances them out. Aren't laptops just easier? That's why the old blokes of today are more resilient. Yeah. We can fix anything with fencing wire and pliers.
Put together
screw here,
little thing like
this
you
screw
did.
here, up and down, balances these
A
two
bit longer
carbs
this year.
together. So, if I get on this one, I've set them up to these two. So they're about, it's still running really rough.
So what do you call running good?
They should get a nice
They're just as long as they're all the same. Don't worry about the number.
So if it works one way, and keep it. If it doesn't work one way, go the other way.
So you're trying to get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to come together. There you go on the other way now.
Yep.
About there.
Down there.
How's that look? Give it a blip on the throttle.
Take that out. A bit.
Let it settle down. Got 1 and 2 together yet?
Yeah, give it a blip. The blip settles everything down because there's a little spring, little pad with 2 springs. That's roughly level.
3
Close.
and 4 are close, so now you need to bring them back together in the middle.
All 4 of them together. So the middle screw, and it's no pressure on the actual butterfly. You just let the screwdriver sit on it and then just twist it. And then you bring them back to about the same level. That's pretty good. Flip them. Hear the difference?
I'd be happy with that.
Hear the difference in that?
There you go, James. Isn't that better than a laptop?
Yeah. So you're using.
But then you got to take all that off.
You're using one of your senses called ears.
And touch.
Isn't
And
that if you can't hear it, see it, or feel it, then nothing's wrong. Is that it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's sweet as.
So
Well done, James.
this engine has done this motor since I've put this engine. It's done 363k. So I tuned them like this 363k ago. It's had some hard riding. It's had some stop start and all that kind of thing. A few problems. We've adjust the idle so that it's idling probably a little bit high. Now I want to bring the idle down. So that's the idle screw there.
Yep.
And
You want to come down nearly 500 RPM. About there. Like a well-oiled sewing machine. So, happy with that? I'd be happy with that. So these carburetors, James, what they call constant velocity carburetors, they're designed to run at multiple altitudes, etc. So they have a diaphragm that operates a slide.
Yep.
Your butterfly is in this line here, and that's what your throttle opens. So it opens, and when the manifold conditions are right, it lifts. It creates a low pressure in the top of the diaphragm, and lifts the slide, which lifts the needle and allows the fuel through the main jet in through the needle jet. Other than the adjustments that you just made, which are idle and synchronisation, the only other adjustment that you can make on these carburetors externally is the primary circuit here. And it's a fuel mixture screw because it's on that side of the centre of the carburetor.
Right.
If it was on that side, it would be an air mixture screw, but this is a fuel mixture screw on these. So you adjust the amount of fuel that's on your idle circuit, and that also delivers fuel right through the whole range. So you get that right, and it'll continue to, provided that you've got the right size jets, the right needle position. This will also have an influence on right through the whole throttle range.
Right. And whereas on dirt bike carburetors, say they got the air fuel mixture, which is somewhere.
Yeah, well, this is air fuel mixture.
I thought you said it's just fuel mixture.
No, it's air fuel. It's
Right, I thought you meant just fuel.
but if it's on this side of the carburetor, it's actually influencing the fuel circuit. And if it's on that side of the carburetor, it's usually influencing the air circuit.
Right, I thought you meant it was just a.
No, so it has its own air circuit, and it delivers fuel into little idle, tiny little holes above the butterfly, and you've got to make sure that they're clean and clear, and that just pushes the fuel down through at idle, because of course the slide is down, so the needle valve is closed in the main jet.
Yeah, right. Sweet as.
There you go.
Oh man, I'm getting old.
I won't ask you to touch the flat slides.
No, well, I probably wouldn't even want to.
They're a bit finicky.
They're really good, Brett. Pretty close. Very good. That's a bloody good idea. I should have been a mechanic. Yeah. So the only thing probably is just your air mixer screws, but seriously, it sounds to be running pretty good. Rightio. I mean, all I do with the mixtures is hold that is I normally just listen for the fastest idle. So here it starts to go down there. Probably could do it with the, because I only do it for racing, but you could do it with the colour tune.
Yeah. Mal, as a professional motorcycle mechanic, what is your opinion of the colour tune?
I think they're very good. I think they work good for the average guy. It makes it really good.
Yeah, I agree. Especially us old blokes.
That one's picked up.
Sound better, yeah, I noticed that one.
Yeah, so that one's a little bit different from the others for whatever reason. What I do now is I go down, because you want to be towards the leaner side of the economy, so you go down until you hear it start to drop off.
There.
You hear it drop right off there.
And then back it off a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah. And that means that that can be thrown every slightly different. All sorts of reasons. Maybe this manifold beats a little bit more than the other.
Right.
All sorts of reasons, yeah.
Who knows how?
So it's just, I mean, it's not a big change or whatever, but it's in the ballpark. The colour tunes are good though, because they're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And I'd recommend colour tunes to the guys. So I normally check them. If it's good, you should be able to do this. Just go bang. It does that, you know,
You're in the ballpark. Yeah.
Awesome. No, thank you. Like I say, your carburetors are spot on.
Right, yeah. Awesome, thanks.
Very good.
So for whatever reason, I don't know whether that was different to the others, but that one made a huge difference when I changed it here. It just
Well, when I pulled those plugs out, the new ones that I put in there and done a few hundred Ks, the two outside ones looked good, the two inner ones looked a little more black.
Yeah.
So that might have been it.
But
Yeah.
I actually richened that up. So that's,
it's weird.
That's what I'm saying. That one we made it richer. And I'll come back down, but it's richer than what we started.
That's what we did, yeah. I thought that.
You might be mimicking the Mercedes Formula One team and secretly burning oil as fuel
That's right.
to improve your qualifying.
That's the Boyer.
Okay, Christian, what have we got, mate? That's the Boyer
The
ignition.
Boyer micro digital system.
Yes.
That's the main box.
Yep.
I've made up a plug-in system here, so it just plugs straight into the wiring room that I've made up.
Right.
That goes down to here.
Yes.
You modify the back plate, chop it so that you don't have this chunk
Yeah, for
sticking
the
out
vacuum
here.
advance.
And then I lathed out a small groove to fit the board into, the pickup board. And the pickups are just these little
Coils there.
coils here, and the magnet's actually on the
Pulse
pulse
for
magnets
on the back
there.
of the timing plate.
That's it.
And there's no
You put the
TCI,
standard-
so that's the...
You put the standard timing plate on.
Yes.
And you've got two wires coming up through, back up to the Boyer, and that's it.
And are they're available readily?
Yeah.
Yep.
Boyer Ignition's one of the. They've been making ignition systems since bikes ran on candles.
And do they have any variable mapping or anything like that?
Don't need it. It's automatic.
What's this Garmin unit here?
Oh, that's for the
GPS.
GPS.
Right.
And for the Garmin camera.
Oh, not too much.
That's it. So,
You only got an hour to go, haven't you?
yeah.
Oh, thanks for letting
FJ
us see that.
carburetors.
You only got about an hour to go,
Yes.
haven't you?
Brand new.
Brand new.
FJ carburetors. That's about it. And now the front is the matchbox relay to run the headlight.
Yeah, so these are manufactured in America, aren't they?
Yeah.
The gentleman makes them to order.
Yep.
He works from home.
Yep. That's it. And that's the whole relay system.
And that's for your headlight. So essentially, what you're doing is you're delivering direct battery
Direct
power
battery to your
to
headlight.
your headlight.
If you see I've got a chart somewhere that shows you how much light you're actually losing for every 0.1 of a volt you lose at the headlight, and it's
Yeah.
a massive amount of light. that you
Yeah, so
lose.
parasitic loss through your wiring loan, whereas this delivers it directly.
Goes straight from power. We've got a
your
separate
headlight.
lead from the battery, from the fuse box up to here,
Yeah.
and that goes into here, and you get maximum brightness
Very
on the
cool.
headlight.
Excellent. Jeffrey's Martini. I'm going to ride a unicorn. Oh, starts first time every time. Feels crisp. Not going to be able to see much through that windscreen, but that's not the whole idea of it. So here we are, country New South Wales, riding a unicorn. Now, I have the first thing I notice. Okay, let's get down behind the fairing. First thing I notice is that it's buffeting straight into my face. Because yeah, the fairing is buffeting wind straight into my face. Ooh. Oh, it's got no idle, that's right. It's got no idle. So I've got to keep revving it. I don't know if you can hear me because the wind noise is pretty bad in my helmet, but these things are supposed to be very, very slippery, and they deliver as much as 15% in fuel economy improvements just through the by the fairing. And I can tell you now that the bike feels very stable and very little throttle input. The engine's not overly powerful, but then again mine is stupid power. Well, stupid power compared to a standard XS1100 engine that's got quite a bit more pep. But the engine feels smooth, the bike feels smooth. And you will creep up above your speed limit if you're not careful with it. So they've got the same sort of differential in them as an XS850. They're a slightly taller gear. And what that does is it gives you lower RPMs at the final drive. So we're only doing 3,500 RPM or less, about 3250 at 100 kilometres an hour. And we're just sprinkling unicorn dust along the Mitchell Highway, bringing happiness. There's a little bit for that car, there's a little bit for that car. We're just sprinkling happiness along the highway, unicorning all over New South Wales. One other thing I've noticed, I've kicked the fairing a couple of times when I've gone for the gear lever, so I tell you what, I think this thing is ugly. I think it's dingo ugly. But it's a bloody comfortable bike. I can sit on this thing and ride it forever. I could sit on this bike and just ride it until the cows came home. Just eat up the miles. There's no idle thing's got friggin' whiskers. And it's got no rear indicator, it's deciduous. One of the indicators fell off. So it's got no right rear turn signal. So with the taller gearing, it obviously gets up to speed quite a bit quicker as well. So because the engine's got enough power to overcome any torque disadvantage that the taller gearing delivers. So yeah, I can see it. I can make sense of it. There you go. So Andy rides the unicorn. XS1100 Martini. So these things were built in Japan, sent off to Europe where they fitted the Makini fairings, and they only made 500 of them. A lot of research in wind tunnels, and there you go. Okay, so the wrap up. 3,500 kilometre journey there and back. Basket case ran like an absolute train. I'm back on the Spirit of Tasmania. Rolled in there in here today, and we're about to get underway and make set sail for Devonport in Tasmania. Only managed one speeding infringement that I know of yet, unless anything else comes in the mail. I was really well behaved, but you know, you've got to be creeping over at the wrong place at the wrong time and they'll nab you. They're all over it in New South Wales and Victoria. So another rally comes to an end, but what a fantastic weekend. We got to see a brand spanking new XS1100 that's never been ridden. That was very cool. Also very cool was that Mr. Mal Pittman made the effort to come along all the way from South Australia and lend his knowledge and his presence to the XS community in Australia, and his name will, you know, remain synonymous in Australia as the foremost expert when it comes to XS1100s. Other interesting points. Poor old Brian, mate, can't win a trick after trying to get his XS1100 chain drive converted whiz bang bike on the road. He put all that effort into it, you know, and he never got it there. He started having trouble with the aftermarket ignition and ended up being a dead coil. So he jumped on his Laverta and headed south, only to come into contact with a kangaroo just about 5 kilometres south of Bogabilla, and didn't come off real well. So he's healing from surgery on his knee and broken thumb, etc. So get well soon, Brian. The other one that's on the wounded list is Michelle McPhee. Now, thank you so much to the McPhee family for all of the effort that you guys put in. In spite of, you know, you neglect your own needs for the sake of everyone else, and it's very good for the soul when you see that kind of community activity. And Michelle, we wish you well with your knee reconstruction, and I hope all that goes well. Jeff brought his martini. I mean, you just keep ticking boxes. All the guys locked up. I've met Brett Summers for the first time. Hey, Brett. Well, I mean, Brett and I have been mates on Facebook and telephone calls and everything for a couple of years, but it's the first time we've come together at a rally, so that was really cool to see him, and, you know, all of the other guys that always make the effort. And for me, special moment was I got to go for a ride with my son James, who came all the way down from Brisbane. We live a long way apart, my kids and I, and his employer was very gracious, and was, you know, gave him a motorcycle to ride for the weekend. So that was a really good experience, and I'm very appreciative of that. So listen, like I said, great rally, and even Tim's Frankenbike is running well. So that was a bit of a funny follow-up from the last year when it didn't even make it out of Wellington. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and we'll be back with more on Andy's Motorcycle Sessions. Bye for now.